Good morning, student. This is our part 6 video for class 6 chemistry, and the chapter which we are studying is element, compound and mixture. Okay, till now we have learned about so many things. The last topic which we have covered is atomicity. Okay, and I hope that you are studying with me. So let's move to the next topic. The topic is compound. The topic which we have to study is compound. So what is compound? Actually, see, the basic thing which I must tell you is element. When one element and another element you will combine, then by combining these two elements, the product which you will get is compound. Okay, when you will combine element plus element, that is equal to compound. Okay, now understand it better. So what is the definition of the compound? Compound is a substance made up of two or more elements. It can be two, it can be more than two. So compound is a substance made up of two or more elements. Now, one more thing only here. That will be chemically combined. That will, we have learned physical and chemical properties. So that will be what? Not physical. You will not mix with the hand. Okay. So chemical means that will be mixed chemically. Physical means you will not add it with your hand like a water or sugar solution you are making. So that will be added chemically. And it will have a fixed proportion. Fixed proportion. That means the constituent will not vary. It will have fixed proportion. So what we have learned? What is compound? Elements and elements combine and they form compound. Once again I am repeating. This element and element combine and they form compound. Okay. When they will form, we cannot mix it like here. We will learn further. We cannot mix it with hand. It should be chemically combined. What? It should be chemically combined. And it will have a fixed proportion, fixed ratio. That proportion is also fixed. You cannot change it. And that is why whatever the formula is, like water formula is H2O. 2 is written downward, not upward, not in between. It is written how I have written, see, this is H2O. That is a compound. Which compound? Water. This is the formula of water. One more, that is sodium chloride. Sodium and chlorine. So here water. Water is made up of what? Here written H2. So H2 means, we have learned in atomicity. In the previous chapter also we have learned atoms and molecules. So H2 means 2 atoms of hydrogen. So what will happen in water? Formula is H2O. 2 atoms of hydrogen. 2 atoms of hydrogen. So H2. And, or you can say plus, 1 atom of oxygen. H2O is a water. That is a fixed proportion. You cannot make it HO2. Or you cannot write it H3O. That will be different compound then. Okay. So that means fixed proportion. The fixed ratio you can say, fixed proportion you can say. And here 2 elements. So one element is hydrogen, another element is oxygen. The two elements are combining chemically. We cannot mix hydrogen and oxygen with the hand. So that is how it is combined chemically and in a fixed proportion. So that is compound. So one example is water. That is made up of H2O. So two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. Then next to the next example, move to the next example, that is again NaCl is made up of two elements. One element is Na. What is Na? Na is sodium. And the another element is chlorine. What is that? It is chlorine. So sodium chloride. Now here you can say atoms are only one, and Na is one and Cl is also one. So we can say one atom of sodium combined with one atom of chlorine and they form what? Sodium chloride. Again, that is also the fixed formula. You cannot change it. Right? Nobody can change it. So next is again ammonia, carbon dioxide, calcium carbonate, lime water. It's given in your book. All are this in the same form. Okay. Ammonia. Let's explain the third example. Let me explain the third example also. So ammonia. So this is one. N is what? Nitrogen. A nitrogen, one atom. H3. Hydrogen, three atom. One atom of nitrogen, three atom of hydrogen combine and they form the compound of ammonia. Once again I am repeating. One atom of nitrogen element. Which element? Nitrogen element. And three atoms of hydrogen element combine and they form the compound. Which compound? Ammonia. Similar way, carbon dioxide, calcium carbonate. You try to understand. I think it's very easy. Just if you have any doubt, go through this video once again. Okay. Now one thing which I have to say is, and I think you also aware of it, hydrogen. Hydrogen is a gas, isn't it? Hydrogen is a gas. Oxygen, what about oxygen? You breathe oxygen. So that is also the gas, isn't it? So one element hydrogen, another element oxygen. Two elements combine and they form compound. But when the compound is formed, their properties are totally different from the element which it is made. Why I am saying so? That is, hydrogen is a gas. Oxygen is also a gas. But what about water? That is a liquid. So its property is totally different. So here I have written, a compound has different property than its constituent element. And most of the time, it will never match with the elements. It will have a different properties. Understood? I hope so. If any doubt, please see the video once again. Okay, so let's move. We have learned about compound. In the same topic, we have to see, that is chemical formula of a compound. What is chemical formula of a compound? Here we have seen water, H2O, sodium chloride, NaCl, ammonia, NH3, carbon dioxide, CO2, calcium carbonate, CaCO3, lime or quick lime you can say, it is Ca and capital O. I have already said you to learn some of the symbols in the homework. because that is required. The element symbol you have to learn. Then only you will able to understand the compound. So try to learn whatever is being taught. Okay, so let's see. So that is a formula. So that only we have to learn what is chemical formula of a compound. Chemical formula is that C, like carbon dioxide, so CO2. Chemical formula is of a compound. It will be of a compound. So let's see. Carbon dioxide is CO2, water is H2O, sodium chloride is NaCl, ammonia is NH3. The same thing. The one atom of carbon element, one atom of carbon element and two atom of oxygen element combine and they form what? Carbon dioxide. How we write the carbon dioxide? In a formula, it is capital C, O and 2. Capital C, capital O and then 2. With O you will put 2. C is for carbon, O is for oxygen and 2 denote the 2 atom of oxygen. So that is the, you can say formula, you can also say the chemical formula. Chemical formula of what? Compound. Chemical formula of a compound. Understood? Okay? I hope so that you understood. If you have seen the element symbol, the symbol you have to learn at least 20 so that you should understand further. Okay, student. So let's move. The next topic which we have to study is valency. The topic which we have to study is valency. Valency can be 1 also, 2 also, 3 also, 4 also. Okay. One is called monovalent. One is called monovalent. Means mono means 1. Mono means 1. So it is monovalent. Di means 2. So it is divalent. Tri means 3. So it is trivalent. 4 means tetra. So it is tetra. And valent will be common. Mono means 1 valent. Di means 2 valent. Tri means 3 valent. 4 tetravalent. So what is that? That is a valency. That is the valency you have to study. Mono means 1, di means 2, tetra means 3. Sorry, tetra means 4 and tri means 3. Okay. So what is a valency actually? So what we have seen here, dear student? Here we have seen that O2. Here we have seen C, carbon, oxygen. So what we will see now? That a particular atom, or you can say molecule of one element, like suppose oxygen or carbon. So particular element and that element atom, particular element, like maybe element what? Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, so on. 118 elements are there. So one element and that element is made up of atom. So one element and that atom. What that atom? That atom capacity. So we can say a particular element and that particular element atom. What particular element and atom? Their capacity. Their capacity is valency. So here is a definition. Valency is a combining capacity. What combining capacity? Combining capacity of a atoms or a molecules of an element. Okay. So if hydrogen is there, hydrogen element, oxygen element, sulfur element, nitrogen element, carbon element. Okay, so these are the elements. Now if I am taking only one element, hydrogen element, and that element atom will have some particular capacity. What particular capacity? To combine with another element. To combine with another element is valency. It is, you can say in short, it is a combining capacity. You can say here in combining capacity. You can say combining capacity. Combining capacity of a short. Valency, combining capacity. Valency, combining capacity. Which combining capacity? Of a atom or molecule of an element. Means one element, that atom, that capacity. One element, that element atoms, or you can say molecules also. Let's learn element, this element, that atom, and their capacity is valency. Their capacity actually, what will happen? Their capacity actually vary, or it is fixed also, you can say. So there, how it, sometimes it's vary, sometimes it is fixed. So you have to learn at least one or two element of every valent. Every valent, how many valents are there? 4 valent. Monovalent, that is hydrogen. This denote means atom. This means here another element will come. This also means another element will come. This you don't have to study. This structure of atoms you don't have to study. But for your information only I have written here that here hydrogen, one atom. That is the structure of an atom. So it has a one valency. Oxygen and sulfur, it has a, here and here it will combine. So it will have a 2 valency. Nitrogen, this side, this side, this side. So this is 3 valency. Tetra, here 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is tetravalent. So hydrogen will have 1 valency. Oxygen and sulfur will have 2 valency. Nitrogen will have 3 valency. Carbon will have 4 valency. Valency is the combining capacity of an element. What is that? Repeat with me. Valency is a combining capacity of an element. In the short. Okay. So let's move. This is the structure I have shown. And this is the monovalent, divalent, trivalent, tetravalent. I have shown you for the particular elements. Okay, more are given in your book. Please go through it. But at least whatever I am teaching, that you should must learn. Okay, the next I have written for you is, this is the homework also you have to write. I have written the atomic number of 1 to 20 of periodic table. Then I have written the element's name. Then I have written the symbol. I have already given the homework. I am repeating it for you. Only extra one thing I have written here because we have to learn the valency in this video. So valency also I have written here. Let's see. Hydrogen. Just pay attention. Why I have written 1 to 20? You don't have to remember 1 to 20. And if you can remember, it's very good of you. Right? But why I have written? No, so there is a trend. What is a trend? That how the valency will go? Atomic number 1 to 20. Let's see. 1 and then 0. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then back side. Back counting. 3, 2, 1. Then 0. Then again 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 3. Then 2. Then 1. Then 0. Then 1. Then 2. Then 3. Then 4. And carry on. Once again I am just try to see what I am showing you here. That there is a particular trend. How it will go. 1. Then 0. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 3, 2, 1. Here from 1 it will start, then 0 will come, then 1, 2, 3, 4 will come, then back counting 3, 2, 1 will come, then 0 will come, then again 1, 2, 3, 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, then again 0 will come. So what will happen? 1 will come, then 0 will come, then 1, 2, 3, 4 will come, then 3, 2, 1 will come, then 0 will come. So there is actually repetition is there. Their repetition is there. Okay. But valency also you have to learn something, beta. Why? Because in the next topic which I have to teach you is how the chemical compounds are written. For that you have to learn valency. So let's see. You do in homework these things. Atomic number you have to write. Elements name you have to write. Symbol you have to write. And valency you have to write. Okay. So this one you have to write. Then the next thing is some of the, that is a fixed valency. Most of the valency are fixed. Most of the valency are fixed and it will have a particular trend. Most of the valency are fixed and it will have a particular trend, how it will increase and how it will decrease and how it will become 0 and again how it will increase and how it will decrease. You try to find it out. The next what will is there. Some of the elements have fixed valency, but some of them have variable valency also. Variable means it will vary. Sometime it can have 2, it can have 4, it can have 6. 3 example I have seen written for you. That sulfur, phosphorus and iron. Sulfur and phosphorus will come within the 20 atomic number. So here is sulfur, S. It will have a valency of 2 also, according to that trend. But sometime it will have a 4 also, sometime it will have a 6 also. Phosphorus also same. According to this trend, it will have a 3, but sometime it also have 5. Please try to understand, and because if you will skip now, so the further also you have to learn the same thing. The 7th class, 8th class, 9th class. This is a starting of valency. So that 3 valency is I have written for you. That is a variable valency. Sulfur and phosphorus and iron. 2, 3, 4 are given more in your book. So you can go through it. Here like sulfur, phosphorus and iron. That's it today. And I'm giving the homework, whatever I have taught you. What is compound? What is compound? Give example of some compound. It's very easy. You can do it. The next question is, what is valency? Write notes on it. Question number 3. Write the elements, symbol and valency of a first 20 elements of periodic table. I have shown you in the back page. You can pause and then you can write, or you can write from the wherever source you want. Question number 4. Is valency a fixed or variable for the element? Write your answer in brief. 4 questions I am giving. Okay, student? Thank you.